Alright guys, we're here at the World's Longest Shot Challenge, and you can see that the radar system set up as well as the Oehler set up. So we're going to let you guys hear from Bryan, Litz, and Ken about what's going on here.
Well, Ken, the match is over. I think it went pretty well.
The match is over. Good match. We're just here to work now.
Yep, try out some instrumentation. It's a rare and valuable opportunity to set up instruments like this and do side-by-side comparisons, right?
Right. We're doing, to some extent, the same objective, just coming at it from different directions. We're taking the brute force, simple approach. The radar is much more sophisticated.
Well, as you know, I've operated your 88 system for a number of years, and it's served us well. I know it gives very good results, and so for me, the radar is the new technology that I'm learning, and so it's going to give me a lot of insight about how the types of data compare. So this is a good opportunity.
Right. Probably the first time has ever happened that the two meet.
Yep, I think we're going to benefit from it from an instrumentation point of view, from a science point of view, but also the shooters that are here for the competition. What better opportunity do they get to shoot 2,400 yards and have their bullets tracked with radar and also an acoustic system all the way down there?
Yeah, one of the critical things we have to measure is the time of flight, from the time the bullet leaves the gun until it gets to the target. And that's an easy thing to do, except your start and stop signal are about 1.5 miles apart. And so that takes some extra work in the middle to get them both sides at the same time.
Yeah, can you explain how that works in your system, how you synchronize those time signals?
Oh, in our system we use the brute force way that we used out on the proving grounds probably 25 years ago. In that each of our timers listens to GPS and gets its time from the GPS signals. So each one is reporting time to 1/1,000,000 of a second after midnight as it's commanded by the GPS. So we have very good time resolution from one system to the next, even though they're separated by 1 mile or more.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, we deal with milliseconds a lot in ballistics, but 1/1,000,000 of a second, that's good enough for us, I think.
Well, yes. We need millionths of a second when we're locally at the target measuring where it hit on the target, but for the time of flight measurement that we're both worried about, if we get that within a few tenths of a millisecond, we're golden. Even within, on a longer range, if we get it within 1 millisecond, we're happy.
Yep. Yep. So I understand your system is based all on time signals. The radar system operates a little bit differently. And I'm not a radar expert, but as it's explained to me, the principle of Doppler is it sends out a constant frequency signal, and when that signal reflects off of something that's moving, it returns that frequency slightly adjusted. And the system measures that shift in frequency. It's the Doppler shift that it measures, and that is processed into a velocity measurement. So my output of this measurement will be a velocity profile that starts at the muzzle, and then you see the velocity decay downrange. And so that's the output of the radar system, and then I have to take that, and I have programs that I've written that account for the ballistics and the atmospherics to turn that velocity curve into a drag model for that particular bullet. So that's what I'm doing with the radar system, and your approach, as you explained, is completely different technology, but if both of them are working correctly, if science is working, right, then we should arrive at the same...
If both of them are working correctly after he goes through all of his computations and looking at velocity, we're just looking at the time. So if he goes through his velocity computations, changes that to time, we should end up with the same number after 1.5 miles.
Yeah. Well, that's the theory. Let's see what happens. I think we'll learn a lot either way. It'll be interesting.
All right, thank you guys. So for those who haven't been to an ELR competition, it's about more than just shooting. As you can see, we've set up basically a mobile lab here, and we're going to get data out beyond 1 mile. So just little spoiler for those, and maybe some encouragement to show up to these events, because it's not every day that a competition shooter gets to shoot over a radar system as well as an 88 and get their own ballistics data.